Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Tuesday. Hope you are all well. We're in France tonight for a French domestic flight to Lille, not Lyon. Yeah, Christian, good spot. Not quite sure why I'd got Lyon in there. We've been to Lyon recently. That is some new scenery that I've visited in the last couple of weeks. Really nice scenery as well. Although that would be a rather short flight tonight. So no, we're indeed off to Lille. Which scenery for that came out? I think it was in the last month or so, and I've not had a chance to visit it. But thought tonight would be a great opportunity to go and do this real-world flight as well. This is a real-world flight. You can find it on Flight Radar 24 Alpine 1617. Operational flight plan is in the chat pinned at the top if you are watching on YouTube as per usual. So welcome to our Twitch viewers as well if you're watching on Twitch. Yeah, so Lima Fox Quebec our destination this evening. We've got a little bit of VATSIM ATC. There's traffic around us as well, so that'll be nice to get that going as we depart. Looking to depart in around about half an hour, I think. So welcome on board, everyone. Hey, Jason, Nick, David, Anna, Christian, Nathaniel, J-Hog, LA, Kids, Wally, and Tom Neal as well. Oculus, hello. Klaus Kroner, Jez Davis, Dr. Magic, Soap XD, all coming on board from us this evening. Azil, Frank, Baloo on PC. Hey guys, how you doing? And Airdog and Sam, the network man. How you doing, Sam? Bardwell, good to see you as well. Right, let's go ahead and get on board. So aircraft is in the turnaround state as per usual for a flight this time of day. Boarding pushing back in 26 minutes. I don't think so. Let's start getting ready then, hadn't we? Get that APU on. 1, 2, 3. Get that going. Right, so whilst I'm doing that, I've already been through the operational flight plan just to speed things up a little bit. Flight time tonight is about an hour and a half, so decent length stream for you guys this evening. So we're going to go and, well, if we just check, we've got plug fuel is something like 5.8 tons, if I remember rightly. Yeah, sorry, 6.8. 6.8. We're going to take 7.3. There's no real concerns with the weather coming into Lille. Although, let me show you this. This is a bit concerning. Is it on this page? Where is it? Just when you get the quick overview of how the runway conditions are, the airfield conditions. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned when I saw this. But no, it's fine. it's not actually zero for some reason. SimBrief and the flight plan just didn't give me what we needed. Funnily enough, the alternate at Orly doesn't look all that great, but it's legally within our minimums for the alternate, so that's okay. Let's get GSX starting the boarding process as well. Where are you? Request
boarding requested.
Boarding. There we go. Right, so you can do your thing, and we'll tell ground crew to crack on. We're going to take 7.3 tons. There we go. 151 passengers. We'll load the aircraft. Go on, we'll go real time then. Right. Whilst you're doing that, let's see if we can get the current ATIS information. As I said, we do have ATC this evening, so 12962. There we go.
Bonsoir. This is Nice Code to Zur information Charlie recorded at 1830 UTC.
Pilot's boarding start.
Landing runway 04 left. Takeoff 04 right. Expected approach RNP. Expected departure 7 Alpha and 7 Bravo. Transition level 60. Alpha 1, Bravo 1, Charlie 1 are holding points of an active runway. Wind 210 degrees, 2 knots. Visibility 9999 meters. Clouds. Few at 1,600 feet. Temperature 2.18.
Boarding starting.
QNH 1025. Confirm on initial contact that you have received information, Charlie.
Okay, that's everything we need from the ATIS. So we've got 1025, 1025's there. The constraints just turned on for now. APU bleed can come on. That all sounds good. Flight plan has us on the Badger 7 Alpha departure, and the 7 Alphas we've just confirmed they're on ATIS. They're currently in use, which means our initial climb out should be flight level 130. So we'll go ahead and set that. What's happening with the overlay, Nick? Is it
Your
not
crew
working?
has boarded.
Is it working?
Passengers boarding starting.
Oh, I've still got the text on, not the overlay. I see what you mean. Sorry guys, let me get rid of that. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, so that's done. Preliminary load sheets just come through as well. We'll start getting the box set up. Right, I think we can get the passengers on board as well now, can't we? So let's go ahead and tell cabin crew they can start that process. Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags are starting to get loaded. So let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Right, so those guys can come on and let's get the packs on as well. Give them some fresh air. Don't want to be too warm though. Let's turn that down. And let's check what we've got. 3 nav greens, aircraft status, right engines, right air cycle, that's fine. Edit request. Right, so the flight numbers tonight, pretty straightforward. Alpine 1617. Cost index tonight is 8. And our planned flight level, I'll go do that in a sec. We've got ground temperature is 20, tropos 40,126. Grab the winds. Hey Sean, I'm well, thanks. Hey Barry, good to see you on board as well. Ginger Ninja, hello as well. Let me go and grab the position. Right, we're at stand 40 center. So what should our position be? Should be 43.39.7 north. Yeah, that looks good. And 7.12.4 east. 7.12.4 east. Excellent. Right. Happy with all of that. Let's pop the departure in 04 right, and we're on the Badger 7 Alpha. Hope you're all well today as well, guys. What day is it? Tuesday. No, we're not even halfway through the week yet. Arrival at the other end. We have got another arrival planned. RNP. It's going to be runway 08. Now, there's a slight issue in the flight plan. We're not going to be doing the Charlie Mike Bravo 5 Alpha. This is sometimes where SimBrief gives you a bit of a daft routing in. So always worth interrogating them. So if we just have a look, yeah, so the Charlie Mike Bravo 5 Alpha takes you direct to the airport, then you do a teardrop approach via flight 4 procedure and that, but we're not doing that tonight. We're going for the Charlie Mike Bravo, and then we will be on the RNP approach, which is just easy to show you the charts, I think, actually. Yeah, so the one on the flight plan takes you in at Canberra and then just takes you straight to the airport to fly the procedure yourself. However, we want to go to Ernard, so this is going to be the Charlie Mike Bravo 5 Charlie. So let's go ahead and pop that in instead. For the RNAV, in fact, which RNAV is it? RNAV RNP Zulu approach. That's the one. CMB5 Charlie, let's go and find that. That's the one. And that via Ernod, as we've just found. Right, operational flight plan has how many miles? 524, I've got 514, that makes sense. So that's fine. Happy with all of that. Let's just do a gross error check. There it is. All looks good. And just pop that that back to ARC. Okay, init B page. Let's see what we've got. Oh, let's just finish filling out that. What's that cruise flight level? Flight level 340, and the temperature for that is going to be minus 51. Right, where's that load sheet? Oh, the weather's definitely a lot better today than it was yesterday in the north of England. What a landing that was. If you haven't checked out the stream from yesterday, definitely worth going and checking out. Only a short stream, only a short flight, but really, really exciting stuff. Ulfdog says he's finally got Navigraph charts today, and oh my god, it's so good. It is, Ulfdog. You feel like a professional, don't you, when you're suddenly using stuff like this? Really, really good. Ginger Ninja, which freeware airports do I recommend downloading besides Gatwick? Ooh, now save that question till we're in the cruise. We've got plenty of time in the cruise, and I reckon
truck is on its way.
loads of suggestions will come through from you if we open
Please
that up
don't
to the
load
chat.
aircraft until the fuel truck
Right, so our zero
arrives
fuel weight
and
is
asks to do it.
58.2. C of G is going to be 31.3. Fuel alternate 1.7 tons. And fuel planning. Okay, what we got? We're taking 7.3 on the aircraft. It says 6.7. Lovely. Takeoff weight then 65.3. Which is just above maximum landing weight. Not too much. Jason says yesterday was epic. Everyone was thinking go around, go around, go around, and I was prepared for it. I was prepared for it, and then at the last minute I saw the lights and thought, yeah, we're good, we can get down. David, what's the easiest way to learn and get into Microsoft Flight Simulator? To be honest, David, watching people who've been doing it for a while live streaming, honestly, not just myself, there are dozens of other guys, but you kind of get used to it. If you go ahead and watch any of the live streams I do, for example, right at the start, you'll see it's methodical. We do the same things in the same order, just as you would do in real life. And the idea behind that is it's familiarity, so we don't miss anything. So that's all done. Our takeoff weight CFG is 29.6, estimated, of course. Let's go ahead and run the performance calculations. Wes asks, how is the performance in frames in the Fenix compared to fly-by-wire right now? I honestly don't notice too much of a difference. I think the fly-by-wire probably wins, particularly when you get to sort of heavy areas, heavy scenery, dense scenery. But when you're flying somewhere like here, Nice, for example, where it's not Manhattan, it's not London, very little difference. I lock my frames anyway. I don't really need any more than a nice smooth 30. So if you can get that, then well, I'm more than happy with it. Right, weather is dry, 04 right, go flaps 1, no, off. Take off weight is what? 65.3 and 29.6. Grab that live weather. Intersection departures, are they a possibility for us today? Alpha 1, Bravo 1, Charlie 1 are holding points. Alpha 1, Bravo 1, Charlie 1. Let's run with Alpha 3 for the performance. So, Alpha 3, which is 2473, we need to check that's correct. 24 right, Alpha 3, 2473, yep, so we can use it. And there we go. So V speeds 136, 140, 140. Flaps 1, flex 63. And let's just bring SimSmart up, check the engine out stuff. So thrust reduction acceleration 1010, 1010, engine out 1010. Right, that's fine. And engine out procedure non-standard. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this in. That looked interesting. Let's go and add that in. Copy the active 75 Right, what is this engine out procedure? This looks huge. 1 mile from Alpha Zulu Romeo, turn right heading 148, intercept and follow the Alpha Zulu Romeo radio 117 outbound to Neres. Okay. Oh god, I've got to try and remember how to put this in. This is complicated. Right, first of all, where on earth is Alpha Zulu Romeo? Is that actually on the airfield? Sometimes you have to go to the approach chart to find these. Ah, yes, Alpha Zulu Romeo is there. Right, in that case, let's just set the RadNav page up for that. Right now, secondary flight plan, let's have a look. Hey, Andy64 on Twitch, good to see you. Nick, was it playing Christmas songs? I wasn't really paying that much attention. So, at 1 mile from Alpha Zulu Romeo, we're going to turn right heading 148, intercept and follow the 117 radial outbound to Neres, which is pretty much the missed approach procedure, isn't it? Okay, so let's pop that in here. Alpha Zulu Romeo 1 mile. The heading is 043, 1 mile. And then I need to create a waypoint for this. Place bearing, place bearing. So that's going to be Alpha Zulu Romeo 117. Oh, forgot the slash. Ah, it's not a slash, is it? My fault. Alpha Zulu Romeo dash 117. Oh. Change that. Try again. Is it just my angle? Am I not pressing the right line side key? Alpha Zulu Romeo 117. Oh, I've got to put the whole thing in, haven't I? I can't just do one at a time, right? Alpha Zulu Romeo 117, and then it is Neres, isn't it? Make sure we spell that correctly. Neras. What's the reciprocal of that? 117, 317, 307, 297. See if we've got that right. And then descent to Neraz. That doesn't look right to me. Actually, no, that's definitely not right. I tell you what, get rid of that. We'll just go direct Neraz. New destination, back here, Lima Fox, Mike November. And in landing runway 04 left here, isn't it? I'll put the ILS in. No start. Fire Neraz. Done. Alex says, glad it's not just him that has issues setting up there. It's not the approach, it was the engine out procedure, and it was just creating a waypoint just here, which, to be honest, what we could actually have done is we could have created one 5 miles out, which is pretty much where it's asking us to intercept that radial, and then basically the main thing is we just need to go to Neraz, take off, turn right, avoid all this rain, head to Neraz. But that's in, that's done now, so that's all that's important. Let's just enter the hold at Neraz as well, in case we had to do that. The hold information is 297 right turns. Double check we've got that in. Yeah, there we are. Oh, done. Right, how's passenger boarding coming along? Christian says it's 09 Alpha Zulu Romeo, you're already sat there on stand. Yeah. Why overcomplicate things? Right, about 30 people to get back on board. Let's contact air traffic control then and see. Doctor, why am I using a neo performance tool for the CEO? I'm not, my friend. I'm using just the thrust reduction acceleration values and then the engine out procedure down here. Forget all this stuff. Not using any of that, but that information is, of course, used for both. What frequency do we need then for the for Nice ground? 1217. If I can actually tune it. There we go. Nice ground, good evening, Alpine 1617, stand 40 centre, type A320 requesting IFR clearance this file to Lille, and we have information Charlie.
Alpine 1617, bonsoir. Information Delta is current. Cleared to Lille via Badod 7 Alpha departure, runway 04 right. Initial climb flight level 130, squawk 1000.
Cleared via the Badu 7 Alpha, runway 04 right. Initial climb flight level 130, squawk 1000 for Alpine 1617.
Alpine 1617, read back correct, report ready.
Right, we've got flight level 130, or 30,000 feet as it is at the moment. That's already in. Squawking 1000. Chris, when will Navigraph implement engine out procedures in real? They won't know, Chris. The reason being, engine out procedures are airline specific.
Apologies, it looks like I'm stuck.
Oh, sounds good. We've all been there. Yeah, because they're airline specific, then they can't really go ahead and do that. The closest thing you can do is just use the missed approach procedure, the go around procedure. Right, that's all done. We've got has refueling completed? Yes, I would hope it would be by now. Get those back on. External power, that can be disconnected. We'll get the seatbelt signs on as well, so that's done. Darth says, yeah, but noise rules come from the airport. This is true, Darth, but remember, if you've got an engine out procedure, that's, you know, that's all bets are off. So most engine out procedures, if they're just standard and you've got no threats of terrain or anything like that around, will just be fly straight and level till you're happy, and then off you go to a holding point somewhere. So yeah, if you've lost an engine on departure, it doesn't matter about a bit of noise. So then, let me see if we're about ready to do the brief. I think we are. In fact, we can just go to the ground page here and yeah, GPU, chocks, cones, etc. That can go. All right, let's do the brief. Let's start with the weather as always then. So we are we've got good weather here actually at the moment here in Nice. As we can see, we've got no winds, even better, a few clouds, 1600. Temperature 19, humidity 1025. No significant changes. Runway conditions are good. It's not been raining or anything daft like that. Weather en route, we have got embedded isolated cumulonimbus clouds, which we can expect all the way. So another reason to take a little bit of extra fuel. Have a look at the SIGMET charts as well, because I don't think I've shown you those just yet. Yeah, there you go. Flying through all this stuff. So shame the weather radar's not working. Weather at our arrival, expected either. Aircraft type is A320, fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar, of course. No issues with the aircraft performance or anything daft like that. No times to be aware of. Nothing here for our departure, and I haven't even checked the ones for arrival, so we'll go ahead and have a little look. I think taxiway Alpha up here, I think this, I don't know if this is closed. Did I see? Let me just have a quick look at the NOTAMs. I might have made that up. Sierra Tango Papa's serviceable. Those stands are closed. Oh yeah, I might have made that up. Or I was reading something else. Yeah, there's... oh, there we go. Taxiway Alpha 3 is closed. Does that even affect us? Oh, potentially, yes. Well, we did our performance takeoff plan from Alpha 3. That's fine. We'll end up probably taking QA Court Whiskey. We can't take Bravo, not unless we rerun the calculations, so worth noting. Threats then to be aware of. The biggest one, of course, we know, those familiar with Nice, is the terrain around the airport. The airport is surrounded by terrain to the north, to the northeast. We just need to, if anything goes wrong and we end up flying in anger, lose everything, then we need to fly south, otherwise we're going to crash into something we don't want to crash into. So lots of terrain, because the MSA, as we depart, is 3,100, then very quickly gets up to 12,500. For the first half an hour or so, we have a Mora, which is above 10,000 feet, so that's worth knowing as well. Just in case we have a depressurization issue, we need to know that obviously night time, we can't just look out the window, but we've got the Alps underneath us, so keep that in mind for the first half an hour or so. A little bit of traffic here in Nice. We've got air traffic control to help us around. We're fairly familiar with Nice, but there is just a little place which I have got not lost at, but you just want to be careful depending on where we go, particularly sort of here if we get crossing at Charlie 1 or Bravo 1. Just make sure we get the right taxiways here, so maybe take that a little bit slowly as well. Other threat to be aware of, still getting used to the rudder pedals, but practice makes perfect. Right, let's talk about the taxi. Where are we? We are stand 40 centre. Yes, so we're all the way back here, so we expect to push back facing south on Charlie, but then get to hold Charlie. I'm going to expect Charlie, hold Charlie 1, and then from there come down and we'll depart from Quebec 3 or Whiskey 3, as I say. We're not going to do single engine taxi. We'll get everything started nice and early. Burn that fake fuel. The departure then is going to be straight out, and then once we are past 420 feet, we'll make that right-hand turn all the way around to Mike November 47. Autopilot can come on nice and early. We've got air traffic control, so we're going to be doing lots of stuff on departure. We get autopilot on nice and early. That can fly the departure while we concentrate on cleaning up, etc. Right, we also have a maximum speed limit just here, so let's go ahead and check what we've got in the performance page. Looks like we're flying flaps 191. Okay, right. Well, we'll pre-select flaps 1. So we're going to fly the departure in flaps 1 configuration, which is fine. It gets us up nice and high quickly as we're heading towards the Alps. Noise abatement to departure initial climb is flyable 130. Go ahead, we've got that all checked in. Yeah, and the first turn is to the right, passing 420 feet. Emergency brief then. Standard Airbus emergency brief and engine out procedure here, as we've already gone over, is non-standard. 1 mile from the Alpha Zulu Romeo, make a right turn and head straight to Neraz. Enter the hold, and then we'll decide what we're doing. If that is the case, we'll get to Neraz and we'll hold at 4,000 feet, nice and safe over the Mediterranean. Right, I think we're all done. So welcome on board, guys. Let's get those doors closed. Danny, you always wonder, would they really hold that speed, or would they go slightly fast? Maybe if it was in a knot, Danny, with a give or take a knot, maybe. Gustas, we're on the Fenix A320. Yardi, good evening, Captain HMW, good evening as well. Chris Hogg, hi mate, good to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, I've got the final load sheet, 0 fuel weight. Takeoff weight 65.2. Yeah, that's fine. And how's the LMCs affected the CFG? 29.2. No, that's all within limits. Wonderful. We don't need to rerun any calculations. Right, and now I just need to kick GSX off because of the way the Phoenix boards its fuel. Let's just reset the position. Then we'll go ahead and get our ground crew into place. So whilst we're waiting for that, let's do the cockpit preparation checklist. So aircraft acceptance is completed. Fuel quantity is 7240 kilograms balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. Confirm there, and of course down here on the ECAM. Adidas, we've got 3.5 green, and the barrow is 1025. That's around 15-20 feet. Right, it's GSX working again now. Here come the ground crew. Let's flip back over to ground frequency, and we'll hopefully get our departure. Hopefully there's not too long a wait.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
Ground Alpine 1617 stand 40 center, ready for push and start.
Alpine 1617, push and start approved facing south, QNH 1025.
Departure check completed.
Push and start approved facing south, QNH 1025, Alpine 1617. Okay, beacon lights on, and occupation in the green. We'll start the timer. Julie Charlie Mike, do I calculate takeoff trim? Is it on the EFB? So no, you basically use the takeoff weight, and I'll show you how we set that in a minute. So our takeoff weight CFG is what? 29.2. So we'll set that in a moment. You don't need to pop that into the box into the do on the performance page. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have any bearing, so a lot of airlines don't bother using it now. So we're going to be pushing back, nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Before start checklist then, parking brake is on, takeoff data has been confirmed, we've got 136, 140, 140.
Release parking brakes.
Windows are closed, EFB and phone is turned off, and flight mode, doors are closed and armed, and our beacon light
Release
is
parking
on.
brakes.
Okay, okay, hold your horses. Alright, parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear, start at will.
Engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1. Hey Drax, good to see you. Oh, that sounds like a we've all been there, Drax. Trust me, we have all been there. Crash the desktops are indeed very frustrating. Welcome to all the new followers on Twitch, guys. Sorry, I've not been acknowledging you. I obviously just wanted to get set up and in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency
Seatbelt
exits
221, I'll call you back.
4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting. will
Engine
guide
1's
you to
good,
an
starting
exit.
engine 2.
Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the
Set
oxygen.
parking brakes.
Put the mask over your nose
Parking brake
and
set.
mouth.
Waiting your
Hold in
confirmation for
place
good
with the
engine
strap.
start.
Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before
So we've just
helping
tuned the
others.
tower frequency to the standby.
If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat.
Hey,
Put it over
Pandemic
your
2021.
head. Pass the tapes
What a
around
name
your
on Twitch.
waist. Click together
37
and pull
Echo,
the strap
request
to
push and
adjust.
start.
Do not inflate it inside the
37 Echo, push and start approved facing south west, QNH 1025.
This airport looks very dark, doesn't it?
Blow
We'll get
into
the tax
tube.
light on in a minute, that will help.
There is a light and
Push
whistle
and
for
start
attracting
approved
attention.
facing southwest.
We also carry flotation
And
boots for
engine 2.
children.
We're happy with that. Let's tell
Your tray
GSX to
must now
go
be
away.
stowed, armrest down,
Cockpit
window
ground.
blinds
We have a
open,
good
and
engine
seatbelt
start.
fastened.
So engine mode selected
We
to
wish you a pleasant flight
ignition.
with Easyjet.
That's coming off. That's coming off. Anti-ice isn't needed. And on the spoilers, rudder 0, flaps 1. This is where we now set the trim. So we set the trim just using the value we've got here. So the Mach takeoff weight is 29.2, and we just set that here using this little arrow. So there's 30. Just eyeball it. 29 will be around there.
Back,
So there we go.
Up to Sierra.
And that's done.
Parking gear.
Roger, thanks for the information.
So the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim is 29.2, and the rudder trim is
Tow
neutral.
track disconnected, bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Right, let's do a flight check while we're here. So we'll go full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, feet on the rudder pedals, full right, full left, neutral. Did you guys hear my chair squeak then? That seemed very loud to me. Right, that looks good. Let's tell them we're ready to go. What are we expecting? Charlie, hold Charlie 1 maybe? Let's see what happens. Ground Alpine 1617 is ready for taxi.
Alpine 1617, taxi holding point Charlie 1, runway 04 left, Fana Charlie.
Fire Charlie, hold Charlie 1, runway 04 left, Alpine 1617. Now, straight down and stop. So get our taxi light on. And get the weather radar's on. Turn that down. Okay, let's go. Okay, quick pets check. No change to the performance. QNH is 1025, flex 63 departure. Engine out procedure, non-standard right hand turn 1 mile from the Alpha Zulu Romeo. Hold at Neres. Departure is Badu 7 Alpha.
Ready for pushback.
Right turn after passing 420 feet.
Speedbird
Initial
221,
climb
cushion
is
start approved on
12,000.
Sierra, facing south, correction, west.
Speedbird 221, pushback on Sierra, facing west.
So the announcements come from self-loading cargo. Anyone that was wondering? Looks a little brighter now we've got the tax lights on, doesn't it? So yeah, straight down here and hold at Charlie 1.
Alpine 1617, contact tower 118.7, have a safe flight, au revoir.
Over to tower 118.7, thanks for the service, Alpine 1617. Tower Alpine 1617, approaching Charlie 1.
Alpine 1617, this tower, bonsoir, cross runway 04 left and taxi holding point Quebec 3, runway 04 right via Whiskey.
With cross 04 left and then taxi holding point Quebec 1 via Whiskey, Alpine 1617. So just put the strobe lights on as this is an active runway. Let's go ahead and get across it.
Cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff.
Doesn't look like anything's coming in at the moment either, so should get straight out. Right, let's do the taxi checklist whilst we're on this straight bit. Flight controls have been checked, flaps setting, config 1, FMA data, climb nav blue 1FD2, 13,000 blue, flex 63. Radar predictive wind shear is on, eco memo takeoff, no blue, and EFBs, let's just get those stowed. There we go. So we did our takeoff performance calculations for Alpha 3. We're going to be taken off by Quebec 3, which is fine because we've got extra runway to play with. Hugo says, lovely evening stream. Hugo, you're more than welcome. Thanks for coming on board tonight. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that like button. It makes a big difference to the channel, so thank you as always to those of you who've gone ahead and done that already. Okay, first left, Quebec 3.
East Tower, bonsoir. Speedbird 221 is with you, holding up Charlie 1.
Speedbird 221, this tower, bonsoir, cross runway 04 left, taxi holding point Quebec 3, runway 04 right via Whiskey.
Taxi 3204 left via Quebec 3 and Whiskey, Viva 221.
Alpine 1617, are you ready for departure?
Affirm Alpine 1617.
Alpine 1617, winds calm, runway 04 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 04 right, Alpine 1617. Right, guys, let's go. Line-up clearance, cabin is secured. Takeoff runway 04 right. TCAS TARA packs 1 and 2 are off. So again, just to very quickly brief the departure, right hand turn after 420 feet. So we don't fly into everything that we can see directly in front of the runway. Gorgeous departure from Nice. Danny, I don't think we have done Lille before, certainly not with the new scenery. Okay guys, let's go. Take off, start the chrono, set 50% and 1. Winds should be quite light and variable. Stable, set takeoff thrust. And flex, SRS. Good use of the rudder, checked.
Southwest 37 Echo.
V1, rotate.
37 Echo, Nice Tower, bonsoir, cross runway 04 left, then taxi, holding point Quebec 3, runway 04 right, yeah, Whiskey.
$420, that's it. Just on climb.
1617, contact Nice approach on 134.475. Have a very good flight, bye bye.
134475, thanks for the service, Alpine 1617. Nice approach, good evening, Alpine 1617, passing 2000 for final 130 on the Badu 7 Alpha.
Alpine 1617, this approach, bonsoir, identified climb flight level 170.
Climb down flight level 170, Alpine 1617. Oh, come on. There we go. Couldn't find the click spot there to set it to standard pressure.
J'ai diesel sur le trafic Fox Romeo Bravo, j'ai pas encore commencé à
Dark says such a nice departure should be flown manually. Well, if I wasn't a single pilot and didn't have to faff around with communications and things like that, then yeah, it would be nice. Then again, company SOPs advise to use as much of the automation as possible. So why not? Okay, we're remaining now at SB flaps 1 until we get past the constraint.
Hélicoptère Fox Romeo Bravo en finale piste 35 à Cannes.
Hey Brian, good to see you. I do like the departure out of Nice.
Alpine
piste 35 dégagé, Echo Delta Charlie en translation sur parking, hélicoptère.
Echo Delta Charlie, bien translaté, parking hélico, rappelez pour quitter.
Je rappelle pour redécollage en direction de vos installations, Echo Delta Charlie.
So either once we get past 10,000 feet or
Alpine 1617, direct Amiro.
direct Amrio for Alpine 1617. I have no idea where that is.
Standard 2 Echo Mike, this approach.
Standard Echo Mike, go ahead.
Standard 2 Echo Mike, direct Pitbull, cleared RNP Alpha approach 04 left.
Okay, we've been given that direct, which passes the speed constraint. So let's go to manage speed. We'll accelerate and start to clean up. This is where we now turn back towards the South French coast and get beautiful views. Okay, flap zero, spoilers. Disarmed. Let's get the lights off. The brightness of that light over there made that aircraft look very close. I'm sure it's not, but even so. Okay, we'll just ding the cabin crew. They can start getting ready for the cabin service.
Nissol de Air France 256, bonjour. Bonsoir.
Please control Speedbird 221 to review to 4,000 climbing flight
Ladies
level
and
130.
gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign
Seatbelt
is
211.
We recommend that you keep your
This
seatbelt
approach
fastened
LO,
when
identified climb flight level 170.
at each end of the cabin.
First level
Remember,
170,
smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
And a gorgeous view of Nice down there. Ewald just made a very good point on Twitch, saying, still find it peculiar that French mainly talk French on their frequency in France, rest of Europe talk English on VATSIM. And I'll tell you why. That is a very good point. In a moment, we've just passed 10,000 feet, so we just need to go and do a bit of housekeeping.
Un départ de la 04 me va bien.
Cross the next to
Echo Delta
0.
Charlie, je translate si autorisé.
And
Echo Delta Charlie,
secondary
qui a
flight
translaté pour
plan,
l'attente
copy the active, clear out the
04,
nav.
alignez-vous. Et rappelez-moi, il est prêt.
Je translate et je rappelle Echo Delta.
There we go.
Fox Romeo Bravo, vos intentions?
Fox Romeo Bravo, piste 35 dégagée, prêt pour un départ vers Nice en passant par Echo Whisky.
Seatbelt signs off.
Et Fox Romeo Bravo, c'est reçu. Maintenez le point d'attente Bravo 5, qui est, je vous rappelle.
Je maintiens le point d'attente Bravo, Fox Romeo Bravo.
Aligné piste
Ooh, Darth Duck, yeah, of course Easyjet has cabin service. How do you think they make the money?
Echo Delta Charlie, Vancal, piste 04 autorisé, décollage.
So, Ewald, yeah, going back to what you just said there about the French talking French. For situational awareness, it's an absolute nightmare for pilots.
1617, direct Lima Tango Papa.
Direct to Lima Tango Papa for Alpine 1617.
Please approach, bonjour, EV208, information Echo, descending flight level 180.
Yeah, so there was also
identified information
very, very nearly
Alpha approach
a crash at Charles de Gaulle, not that long ago, I think it was. It might have been Aldi. Either way, one of the main Paris airports. Completely rubbish visibility. They were doing an RNAV approach, and the crew hadn't got the correct QNH setting. They got something like 1010 and it should have been 1001 or something daft like that. And the opportunity, one of the opportunities to pick up that they got the wrong QNH setting set was the aircraft landing.
Contact Marseille 124, decimal 650, bye bye.
12465, Alpine 1617, bye bye. Yeah, so because the aircraft in front got told the QNH in local language, that was one of the options. They could have, one of the points where they could have picked up that they got the wrong QNH set, but they obviously didn't understand. So, thankfully, disaster was averted, but that just goes to show you, speaking in English, there's a reason for it. Marseille Centre, good evening, Alpine 1617, flight level 170, direct Lima Tango Papa.
Alpine 1617, bonsoir, identified, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Alpine 1617. Thrust climb, open climb, 140 blue. Yeah, so you can almost understand it at nice small local airfields, but major airports like that. Jason, I think it was a flight, they were 6 feet off the ground because they got the wrong QNH set. They were doing an RNP approach, or RNAV, whichever it was. So your QNH is absolutely imperative. They missed a couple of things. For instance, when radio altimeter came alive at 2,500 feet, not checking that with what they expected it to be. Basically, it came alive a lot sooner than they should have expected. They missed that. Then the air traffic controller was speaking to the other aircraft in French, so they missed any subsequent calls regarding the QNH, what it actually should have been. So they missed that. Not their fault, obviously.
Foxtrot Romeo Tango Whiskey, flight level 330, bad liquid.
But yeah.
Foxtrot Romeo Tango Whiskey, good evening, squawk 1000, identify director Nizar.
Right, so worth mentioning now that we are above the Alps, so if we have a depressurization issue, we're going to turn straight back around.
Alpine 1617, say your expected Mach number in cruise.
Oh god. Stand by Alpine 1617. En route, we're expecting Mach 75. And Alpine 1617, expecting Mach 0.75. Correction, Mach 0.78.
Roger. Alpine 1617 on reaching level 340, Mach 0.78 or greater.
When reaching flight level 340, Mach 0.78 or greater for Alpine 1617. David, you are right. ATC read back the wrong QNH in English as well, but they read the correct one to aircraft in French that was communicated with them in French. So it's like all things, isn't it? It's the Swiss cheese effect of potential disasters. If one thing could have been picked up, then the disaster would have been averted. The disaster was averted anyway, but it could so easily have gone very wrong.
François 10-22 à gauche au 4-210, autorisé à approcher la piste 17 gauche, rappel établi. À gauche cap 210, autorisé à la 17 gauche, on rappel établi, François 10-22.
So your Mach number is shown down, just down there. 007. 007? Oh, you're not quite 00 yet. 007. Right, I'm just going to put some lights on now we're in the cruise. Get my cup of tea. Get rid of that. Done with that page. Go and have a look at our flight route then. So here's our route today.
Direct to Airlax.
Airlax.
Australian Alpha Hotel, call Milano 127.45, ciao.
Don't know how much air traffic control we're going to get tonight. We've had it so far from departure, so that's nice.
Golf Tango Whiskey, direct to Amfu to join the Nissan 7 Romeo arrival.
Direct Amphil and join the Nissan 7 Romeo arrival. Golf Tango Whiskey.
I'm just going to go and turn off the... oh, not that one. I'm going to go and turn off the cabin lights just because I think it does look a bit better. There we are.
François 1022 établi sur l'ILS piste 17 gauche.
François 1022, roger.
Ewald, you've done your share of flights today. Alicante to Fuerteventura down to Cape Verde. Wow. Cape Verde's a long way away. I had a great holiday there about 7 years ago. And it was great because there's nothing there. And if you're the kind of person like me that just wants to sit, read a book and drink, then it's the perfect place to go. The only thing there to see are hotels and more hotels. And parents yelling at kids who potentially try and drown themselves in swimming pools.
Avec plaisir.
Great entertainment. Eastbird, good evening, sir. How are you?
François 1022, les vents 130 par 6 nœuds, piste 17 gauche, autorisé atterrissage.
Piste 17 gauche, autorisé atterrissage, François 1022.
More French chatter. Margie thought I was going to Lyon. No, Lille. I haven't put Lyon on the Discord server, have I? Lord Gustav, I don't need entertaining on holiday. I need leaving alone.
Runway 2 Kilo Golf, descent level 70 to reach by Alex.
70 to reach by Alex, runway 2 Kilo Golf.
I need to go back and see what I put on the Discord server now. I've clearly cocked that up. Where did I put Lille? Leon. Ah, right, okay. The bot. The bot, yes. So I originally put Leon on the YouTube description, then changed that, but the bot didn't pick up the change, so I'm going to blame the bot for that. Right, how are we doing? Oh, we're only at 29,000 feet. Ewald, after Cape Verde, you then went to Brazil, which was very long. The last hour with a failed engine. Random failure kicked in. A random failure, and it was a failed engine. Ewald, that's really bad luck. Use off. No, we're not on approach. We're still on the climb.
76 Tango Foxtrot, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122, Samalay, goodbye.
Unicom 1228 and...
Jason Bushell says, oh dear, he's now on the wrong flight. Marty, could someone use their points to divert us to Lyon? I mean, Lyon is... bang it. We're going to fly over Lyon if anyone wants to jump out. It's just there, look. Literally, we'll probably see the airport. Thank you for the follow, Laura14.
Good evening,
not much to see, is there, really, when you're over the Alps?
November, flight level 290 on course to
Marty, redeem parachute. RLS, I had a great birthday weekend, thank you. When you get to our age, of course, it doesn't really matter, does it? In fact, my child went to a birthday party for one of his mates on my birthday. I'm quite happy to forget about it and just eat cake.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Wow, I see Nick has resorted to gambling again. I don't really know how it works that out, by the way, Nick. You rolled 55. What did you need to roll in order to get in order to win? Nick is a gambling addict on all these flights now. He just spends his time gambling. Even Christian.
2 kilograms, continue descent 5,000 feet, Marseille QNH 1025.
Nick's gambling again.
5,000 feet on QNH 1025, 2 kilograms.
Right, where's my motor drop? Are we safe yet?
Transfert 10-22, bienvenue à Lyon, et dès que possible, quittez à droite Bravo 9 et roulez à
So we're
Bonsoir Bravo 9
a
et on roule à
beam
convenance.
Nigeru
Merci,
at
transfert
the
10-22.
moment.
Correct et autorisé à traverser la 17 droite.
Autorisé, traverser la 17 droite, transfert 10-22.
Oh, so actually once we get to Lima Tango Papa, La Todapan, we'll be fine, more or less. Yeah, Hugo, an MH. What I think what we need to do is I need to just go and get a cabin crew to do me a nice PA.
Open 1617, confirm flying Mach 0.78 or greater.
We're increasing speed now, Mach 0.78 after reaching flight level 340, flying 1617.
Roger, information 9 miles ahead of another traffic, same level.
Roger, thank you, Alpine 1617. Right, so now we're flying
221 traffic information at 12 o'clock,
340.
same flight level, 9 miles, is same direction traffic.
Cessna 221 first.
Golf Tango Whiskey, when ready, descent flight level 140, be level by AMFU. When
We'll
ready,
do a
descent
fuel check as well
140, be
at
level
LTP.
AMFU, Golf Tango Whiskey. Correct, report leaving. Report leaving, Golf Tango Whiskey.
Hey Barry, there's nothing I can do about it because it's not done on my end, I'm afraid. Hugo, you're working at one of our favourite airports. Favourite because you just hardly have to think about landing there. It happens all on its own. There's no terrain. It's a nice long runway. There's nothing around it. You've got beautiful views coming in. Unless you've got rubbish weather, you're fine. Mac whatever's at managed whatever's at 7.6. We've got selected 7.8. That's okay.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your trip.
It's the custard tarts, apparently, Hugo, that everyone loves down in Faro. It just sounds like a complete mess to me. Martin says, sometimes I'd like to work at an airport, but being realistic, you probably won't get much work done because you'd just be watching planes all day. MH flying easy from Faro to Gatwick in around 8 hours time. Oh, morning shift. You'll be done by midday. Oh, right. What fuel should we have? Then we'll get some en route weathers. Boom, 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 boom. What extra have we got? About 0.7 extra, so 5.2 tons as we approach LTP. 5340. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at. Let's put that away. Let's have a look at some en routes.
Runway 2 kilo golf, descent 4,000 feet via Zebra, clear Dallas approach runway 13 left.
What have we got? So we know we've got Leon behind us, that's wide open. Let's have a quick look at Paris.
Zebra, clear Dallas 13 left, correction 2 kilo golf.
Let's just log out of that system.
Et France Soleil 10-22, autorisé à quitter la fréquence, très bonne soirée, au revoir.
Merci beaucoup pour le contrôle, bonne soirée, France Soleil 10-22.
À bientôt.
And we'll have a look what our destinations are as well, shall we? Hey Mark Durrell, first time on stream. Mark, thanks so much for coming on board. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the flight this evening. Those messages have come through already. Right, Paris, winds very light, Cav okay, yeah, so that's wide open. What have we got? Destination, oh, where's the bloody gusts come from? That wasn't in the plan. 040 gusting 19 cab okay. QNH 1027. Oh, right, okay. Well, runway 08 is still going to be in use. We might just have a little crosswind coming in from the left. Nick has gifted 5 Easyjet SimPilot channel memberships. Oh, Nick, thanks so much, my friend, for your continued support. And welcome to Paul Squigley, Nelson, and Leonardo as well. Martin Makov. Welcome, guys. You are the newest Easyjet SimPilot channel members, courtesy of Nick Burrows. Modern channel member Nick. Probably one of the oldest channel members going. Oldest channel members going, aren't you, Nick? I think you may even be the first. You may be.
Golf Tango Whiskey, David 330. Golf Tango Whiskey.
Christian, he's donating again. Mom! I don't know, I can just hear you shouting at Christian. It makes me laugh. For those of you who have just gained channel membership as well, courtesy of Nick, don't forget, you can now join our Discord server and get yourself into the members lounge.
After landing, vacate at your convenience, taxi at your convenience, Unicom 122, goodbye.
So company message that I've got there.
Left and then taxi on discretion.
Oh, Alpine Ops. I was 7 minutes late, go away.
And you too.
Nick, oldest or longest? Oh, Nick, I don't think you're the oldest. Definitely the longest. Eastford says Nick's on the street, gambling gin and donating. At least he won his gambling. Hey Phil, how you doing? Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Approx 13 Charlie Lima at Lyon, stand Delta 21 with information correction QNH 1025 request.
And Sebastian Bird, welcome to the First Officers Club, Sebastian. Thank you so much for becoming the latest channel member. Really kind of you to support the channel, Sebastian, so I do appreciate that. And Peter's in the house. Hey Peter, oh thank you mate for your kind donation. You're at home with a cold. I hope it is just a cold and nothing too sinister. And you're not feeling too much under the weather with it, Peter. If you had to go to work with it as well, are you able to ring in sick? I can just imagine what those RT calls sound like with a guy with a stuffed nose. Yeah, cleared visual approach, runway 22, achoo, land. Bet that's never happened on frequency, but how funny would it be if it did? Christian, you wish you would have a cold. You haven't had one in 2 years. You're on vacation in 2 weeks. That is when you will get the cold. Elk Chocolate, welcome. Right, we'll be on the ground in hopefully just about an hour, maybe a little bit less. So let's have a look at the approach and what we need set up. Should be pretty straightforward, really. So close that. So what we're doing the Canberra 5 Charlie runway 08 RNP Zulu. Ernord is the IAF, and we're coming in then. We want to be 3,000 at Ickrick, 12 miles out. Oh, nice. I think we can do decelerated approach. This don't need to be stabilised. Okay, let's check what that looks like in the box. There we go, CMB, Ernard, Eckrick, 200 knots. Are we happy with 200 knots at that point? I might just pop that in. But the flight plan sequence all looks good. Yeah, that's fine. Radnav page, what have we got? Lima Echo Quebec. Put that in. Anything else? Nope, don't think so. Get our airport in there.
Alpine 1617, no further ATC at this time. Monitor Unicom 122. Simulate. I advise you keep the speed restriction due traffic behind you. Bye-bye.
Roger, we'll move over to Unicom and yeah, we'll keep speed max 78. Thanks very much for the service. Alpine 1617. Good night.
Metro 221, same thing. No further ATC this direction. Traffic is now at your 12 o'clock, 9 miles still. With the speed restriction, I advise you keep yours as well. Unicom 122, simulate. Goodbye. We'll stick.
Yes, I'll get weather a little bit later on. We can pop in the latest weather that we've got from Lille, which was, we just had it a few moments ago. This is where the printout's good. I could use the second week do, of course, but so we've currently got winds 050 at 8. QNH is 1017. No, it isn't, it's 1027. Temperature +14. And what are the minimums for this approach? 456. VLS 131, VAP 136. Fuel is 3.6, that's going to be fine. Enough for another go if we need it. Secondary flight plans, copy that active now. Good. So then, let's, we might as well brief out whilst we're here. Then we're going to sit and chill out for the rest of the stream. Okay, so arrival brief. Weather in Lille, we've got a light wind at the moment coming from the left. It was gusting a bit ago, wasn't it? Maybe that's just dropped off now, but let's just be prepared for that as we're coming in. So, winds 050 at 8, as I say, a little bit coming from the left. Wind, weather conditions with regards to rain, etc. should be fine. Ceiling visibility okay. It's not been raining at all, so runway conditions are good. Aircraft is still fully serviceable. Nothing has broken. No NOTAMs for our arrival. Threats to be aware of. I'm unfamiliar with the airport, so that is a threat to me, just because I've never been there before. Can't really see anything on the chart that is Well, we've got actually, what's this? A tower or something like that, 771 feet. Those of you sat on the right hand side of the plane might be able to see that as we're coming in. So yeah, that's just something to bear in mind, but all being well, won't make a difference to us. MSA then, as we come in, is 2,700, just re-stabilise on the approach. We've got a max speed restriction of 220 knots at knot as well. That's in the box encoded, so that's fine. With regards to unfamiliarity, that's the only real thing. And we've also got traffic behind us and no ATC as far as I'm aware, so a couple of other things just to bring to our attention. So we're expecting RNP Zulu runway 08, CMB 5 Charlie approach. We will configure by being green dot at Ernord, and then from there we'll leave Ernord flaps 1. 3,000 feet, flaps 1 at Ickrick. We'll get flaps 2 out as we leave, and then we'll obviously go down the glide path once we get to FQ8 Zulu. We'll do the approach in final approach mode. Glide path angle is normal 3 degrees. I don't know the runway or the airport. Let's go and have a look. Check it's not something like a 30 meter wide runway. I'm sure it's not. Let's have a look. So we've got 3 degree angle, runway lights, causeway lights, 45 meters. Yeah, that's fine. After we've landed, then we're going to vacate. Oh, most likely Tango 3, Tango 2 if we've got a long landing, Tango 3, and then backtracking on Papa 3. Just have a look, see if there's anything on the charts with regards to the arrival. Yeah, not doing that. RNP approach. Yes, missed approach with radio comm failure. Visual approach. Parking information. Yeah, nothing there that says we need to worry about anything. So yeah, we'll expect Tango 3, Papa 3, and then just get to the on Papa 3. We'll park at one of the main stands. Not very busy airport. Not very busy airport at all. Park in front of the terminal somewhere. As we're taxiing, we'll see if we can get a single engine taxi in. If that is a possibility. Runway length, how long was that runway? 2,800. Auto brake low. Done. Okay, guys, that's the important stuff done. Sit back and relax now. Nick's on the gin again. How many gins is that, Nick? I love using this on my tablet. The only problem is it's not synced up, so I could be doing stuff on the tablet, you know, tapping away and things, but this screen wouldn't change, so you wouldn't be able to see what it is I'm actually doing, so it's not much use to you, really, is it? Oh, we should have a nice view of Paris if you sat on the left of the aircraft. Oh god, I've just seen how many points Peter's got. Christopher, how do you only have 18 points? They're only awarded, Christopher, when you're here in the chat and on stream. And everybody started at 0 when the project was launched. Was it the start of last week? Something like that. So Nick's just called the bot up to tell us who is leading it. Oh, there you go. So who's at the top? Peter, of course, is at the top. Abed, number 2. Otto, number 3. Barry Barton is number 4. Digital, number 5. LA Kids is number 6. Dark Fury is next, number 7. Jonas at 8. Mark at 9. And Kevin Lynn is at 10. So I think we can relax. Every airport en route is nice, wide open. We've got good weather at the destination. We've done the arrival brief. We should be on the ground roughly at about 10 o'clock local time. Barry, I think the only thing you could do would be to contact Streamlabs, as they're obviously the guys that run it. Peter, not long till the next random failure. I bet you felt cheated with that last one, didn't you? It wasn't a major one. What was it? We had slow flaps in the end, didn't we? Thankfully not a major one. I have made sure though, I've now got my QRH with me and my Ofcom. Just because of you, Peter, basically. Brian says I need to stop gambling, I've not won one yet. Know when to quit, Brian. I mean, Barry, we can yeah, put the case together, message me, and we'll argue it with them. Danny, you remember you went to Lille with a school trip with the bus from Rotterdam to Lille. Wasn't the best trip, although Lille itself wasn't too bad. The journey to get there was less enjoyable. What happened on that journey, Danny? Jason, you're moving to Japan so you can pay in yen. Can't see any other aircraft around tonight. I keep forgetting how quiet this seat is comparing to all the others. As opposed to being sat over the wing. Yeah, not another aircraft in sight. I know there's one behind us. ATC told us about that, obviously. I'm going to do a fuel check as we get to Caesar because we're obviously going a little bit faster than planned. We should be fine. In fact, I'll just do a quick check on that. Find it. So we should have 4.4 tons, 4.4, 4.5 at Caesar. We've currently got 4.7. So yeah, even with the extra fuel burn, all is good. Pierre Deck says Lille is his hometown. Such fun watching us fly here. Let's hope we get a nice landing for you then, Pierre. Danny, you had technical difficulties with the bus. You had to overnight somewhere. Oh no. Had you planned to overnight? Because that's going to be worse, obviously, if you hadn't. Pete says, yeah, he feels a little bit cheated, but there's always next time. There will always be a next time. I can tell the certain members and those of you in the chat who are saving up just for the failures. What happens if 2 of you do it on one stream? Oh, word. What's going to happen there? Get an engine 1 failure, and then I get the second generator fail. That's when I hope someone wants to come and be my VIP in the cockpit for the day and do the brief for me. FS Realistic doing what it can just to add a little bit of an instability. It looks a bit more realistic as we're not bouncing through the air, but just has that little bit of something extra going for it now, doesn't it? Ginger Ninja, just the 3060. I don't have the 3060 Ti. What's that? Oh, it's okay. It's just the old side stick needs a kicking. I thought we got a random failure then. Definitely didn't want that. Aircraft there, pretty much same altitude as, was about 700 feet different, 500 feet. It's obviously descending. Wonder where he's going. Nick's gambling again. Right, yeah, let's talk about freeware airports. Guys, list your favourite freeware airport in the chat to help those guys out who want to perhaps look for somewhere new. Could be anywhere in the world. I think someone needs the toilet. Nick Stansted, good shout. Stansted's awesome. Gatwick Lemon, of course. Trying to think of my personal favourites. I mean, obviously we've fried from Gatwick a heck of a lot. Peter DR says Gatwick and the coming Frankfurt. Is there a Frankfurt coming? I've not seen that. Airbus rules the world on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Ewald on Twitch says Bergen up in Echo November Bravo Romeo. Bergen in Norway. Yeah, that is. It's just so scenic around there. Full stop, isn't it? Wow. Well, there's a spammer we've not had before. Goodbye. Ginger Malaga is good. Oh, the Alicante, of course. Alicante is fantastic. Alicante is really neat. Sean, I'm using the Airbus TCA Captain's Pack right now. I love it. And, I mean, obviously I always fly the Airbus, but that's what it was designed for. But it could be used with any aircraft, even a Boeing. I'm going to have a look in my community folder now. How long till top of descent? Oh, I've got a while yet. Let me just see. Top of descent is estimated in around 15 minutes or so. Are we over Paris yet? Can't be too far enough. No, that'll be coming up. Let's enjoy the city views whilst I look through my community folder. So yeah, trying to work out what's free and what's not, that's a task in its own, isn't it? Let me see. There's a freeware Skiathos as well, I think. That's not too bad. We've already mentioned Malaga. There's a Malpensa add-on, Milan Malpensa add-on, which is pretty decent. Aberdeen's quite nice as well. Oh, the Belfast one, not Belfast Aldergrove as was, but the other Belfast, Belfast City. That is really, really good. Really good. LA Kids made us feel for a little bit of nostalgia, absolutely. Where else have we got? Again, it's just trying to find those that aren't that are free. Oh, Palermo! Don't forget Palermo. Lima. Is it Lima India Charlie Juliet? Yeah, Lima India Charlie Juliet. That one's really good. Even VATS is quite neat as well. Eastbirds Lee, thank you so much for your €2.49 super chat. And Eastbirds said he'll donate the most popular freeware airport. Eastbirds, I appreciate that, mate. Thanks for making me laugh. What else? Where else? There's a freeware Bilbao as well, Lima Echo Bravo Bravo in North Spain. Oh, the Channel Islands as well. Don't forget the Channel Islands. There's a great add-on for all of those, Jersey in particular. So that's quite neat. Chris, either an email or a message on Discord, Chris, if you're on Discord. Christopher Shaw, you're struggling. What with? I'm still working through my community folder. Nathaniel, does SimSmart link work? It depends actually. Have I still got the old link in there? I might have. It's now A320perf.uk. Where's LROP? Lima Romeo Oscar Papa. That's a good one. It's that good I forgot what it actually is. Lima India Charlie Juliet is also really good. Punta Razia. Somebody also mentioned Bucharest. Is it Bucharest? Lima Hotel Bravo Papa. That's quite neat too. Lima Fox Kilo Juliet, another good free one. Alicante. Already mentioned that, I think. Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha is another one in Poland, which I've forgotten which one is. It's not Krakow, that is it? Is it Warsaw, that one? Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha. That's a neat one. As is Riga as well. Echo Victor Romeo Alpha. I mean, Danny, I'm probably just going to reel out all the free ones in Europe, just because that's obviously where I fly to more often than not. Oh, sugar. Oh, guys, this could be interesting. I've just spotted an issue which we may have on this flight. I've got the freeware Lille airport still in my community folder, and we're flying to Lille, and I've got the Orbex one as well. Oh, what's going to happen there? Might end up with 2 runways. Oh, Almira Airport as well. That's quite nice. South Spain. Lima Echo Alpha Mike. Oh, why didn't I remove that out? That's going to be... Oh, this could end up looking like a mess, couldn't it? Maybe it's a good job we're doing this stream at night. Might get false glide slope indications. Actually, we can't. we're on an RNP approach. Oh, if all goes wrong, we're going visual, flying Cessna mode. There could be buildings on the runway or anything. Well, it says, can't you move it out now? I can't remove it from the community folder now, no. So we're just going to have to run with it, I'm afraid. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh well. One of two things will happen, or one of three things will happen. Number one, we'll crash the desktop because the sim just goes, bleh, don't like that. Number two, there'll be a mess of buildings and runways and all sorts of hideous things when we get down there. Or number three, nothing will happen. Take your vote now, 1, 2 or 3, what's going to happen?
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
We all fear number one, Eastbirds. Right, is this Paris that we're starting to see now coming in the coming into view? It's got to be, hasn't it? Eagle, thank you for the follow. Let's have a look. Yeah, Paris is coming up. And Charles de Gaulle should be easily recognisable. That's if it's not covered by cloud. Poseidon FS Realistic have released a new version, but it still causes problems. Yeah, I've not upgraded because I saw there was a couple of issues with it. Oh, Jason, very well done. We have a Lille problem. See what happens. Sean, does FSX have... FSX, listen to me. Does Microsoft Flight Simulator have a scenery hierarchy? I'd remember that. Do you remember going through and having to set everything at the right level that you wanted it to be at? Right, Charles de Gaulle is down here somewhere. There it is. And there's Orly. And there doesn't look like any aircraft. What a beautiful view of Paris. That's unmistakable, isn't it? Danny says there's no airport, no aircraft, they're all on strike in France. Oh, that's funny because it's true. I'm amazed there's not a single aircraft showing down there. J-Hugger's just gambled one and now he's buying a beer. Does look good, that, doesn't it? But it would look even better in the daytime. Nick, how much are you gambling? You can't gamble 1,500 points. Oh, but he did just win. He's climbing up the gambling ladder. You are ahead tonight, aren't you, Nick? LDR, could I divert after an overfly airport out of action due to emergency runway maintenance? Well, the fact that there's probably going to be 6 of them. And Nathaniel, do I still have the Neo calculator? SimSpot, yeah. So, Nick, or one of the other mods, could you just type the link into it? The A320perf.uk address should take you to that. Paleka, thank you for the follow. Right, our top of descent is about 15 miles away. Panos, hello. So when we go down, we're going to start our descent and we'll just go down to something sensible, I think. It's not flight 150 or something like that. Hey Brad, thank you for subscribing. Mitchell, is the performance calculator coming to Android? No, better than that. So we were going to make an Android app, but I thought, actually, what about a web-based version? That way it doesn't matter what device you're on, you can just use it on the web. So, in essence, it'll come to everything. Ulfdog, does Easyjet fly to Larnaca from the UK? Yes, it does, from Gatwick. They might fly from some other UK destinations as well, but yeah, Larnaca is definitely one of those places that you can get to from the UK. Right, we're going down in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear.
And descent. Oh, 150 blue. I will go manage speed. Thrust idle.
Free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Right then, down we go. Old talk, is it a 321 or 320? I don't know. It probably changes. They might put a 321 on in the summer months and the 320 in the winter months. But your best bet is to look at Flight Radar 24. Turn down the lights, aren't I, for the landing, otherwise if HD comes back and watches the stream he'll be shouting, "It's far too bright." Go and get the latest weather. We've got it put in anyway, but we'll just get a weather check. So we've now got 050 at 8, 127, cab OK, 14. Check that. 1027, 14, 05 and 8. That is fine. Don't need more drag. Look, we've just met up with the profile quite nicely. Jordan, what am I using? I am using... Oh, I'm actually using the GPU. I didn't see much difference between the two, to be honest, but there you are. Oh, Nick, look at you getting up and personal with the commands. Drax, how are you supposed to land without PAPI lights? Yeah, night time, that could be a bit of an issue, but if you got ILS, was it an ILS approach? If it was an ILS, you'd probably be okay. The great thing about PAPI lights is not only do they show you your angle of descent, but they should be next to the touchdown zone. I have to throw some. Do you know what? Let's wind that speed up a bit. Help with the separation as well. Down we go. Drax says Lille has no PAPI lights. It should. Runway 08, high intensity runway lights. PAPI lights to the left, angle 3 degrees. Yeah, so it should. Although, if you were doing an ILS approach, then I bet you landed on runway 2... Have they all got PAPI lights? Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, should have. Well, if you speed up, will it increase your rate of descent? Yes, it should, but only if you are in open descent, which I am not. I am now. Thrust idle open descent 150. I mean, even in managed descent, it should increase your rate of descent if you increase your speed, because you're just trying to catch up with your profile, which it's starting to now. You know, to say the Sigma charts had those embedded cumulonimbus clouds, I don't recall seeing any clouds on this flight. Chucky Shrews, no, everyone can get points, not just members. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Everyone can get involved. So Danny, is RNP same as INAV? Yeah, to all intents and purposes, yes. It's just got a new name. Tricky, you only get this points if you're watching live streams as well, I think. And you have to be here for at least over 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to get down now. We're going to go 3,000. Around and set the local pressure. What was it, 1027? Now I'm going to pop that in managed. Still struggling to get down, isn't it? Let's put some speed brakes out, see if we can give it a helping hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet SIM pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilet will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance.
Lille traffic Alpine 1617 overhead, Charlie Mike Bravo, flying Charlie Mike Bravo, 5 Charlie approach, runway 08, RNP Zulu approach. Okay, let's run the approach checklist now. We're getting down to 3,000 feet, so bar ref is 1027, set, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 456, auto brake low, and the EFB is stowed. Reduce our speed 250 knots. Ah! There we go. Get the landing lights on.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat.
Activated the approach
If you'd like
phase.
to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Seems a bit bumpy, doesn't it? Okay, final check performance page. GPS is all good. Yeah. It's fine. Okay, so let's pop that into managed speed as we start to slow down now. Want to be green dot at earn rod. Really struggling to slow down tonight, and I don't know why. Just throw those spoilers out. We'll get ourselves slowed down so we can get flaps 2 out. Use that drag. I don't mind being over 250 knots once we're below 10,000 feet, just because we knew we had aircraft behind us. So with no ATC around as well, we'll just free speed it. That's better. Speed's starting to bleed off now. There we go. Pop the spoilers away. Haven't got a sight of the airport just yet. Start configuring flaps 1. Speeds checked. Flaps 1. I feel like I'm going to really struggle with the speed. I'll throw the gear out, but shouldn't really need to do that at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely
Flaps 2,
stowed with your
speeds
laptop
checked. Flaps
inside.
2.
Your tray table must be stowed.
That's what I needed.
armrests
I've got the
down,
drag out
and
now.
window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish.
That was a bit
newspapers,
aggressive
or
with
magazines
the
you do not want to
speed,
take
wasn't
with
it?
you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Ah, runway's in sight. Once I've got alt start, we'll arm the approach. There we go. And final approach mode. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. And we've got about 8 miles to run. The altimeter is alive. Right, let's start configuring then. So gear down, spoils armed, flaps 3. Do that in a minute, just wind that down. 160. Get the lights on. Flaps 3, speed checks, flaps 3, done. A little bit of a wind coming from the right, most of it's a tailwind though, so I should be alright. Sorry, headwind. Lille traffic, Alpine 1617, finals runway 08, 5 miles. And flat full. Manage speed, landing checklist. Cabin is secured, go around altitude is 3,000. Set ecam memo, landing no blue.
Lille traffic, Seabird 231, 15 a mile.
So looking to vacate to the left after we've landed. Just reset the position so the camera angle is good.
1,000.
1,000 feet to go. Autopilot disengaged. I have control. Nice and visual. The weather's held off quite neat. Stable.
above. Minimum.
Continue. Drive it down towards the Pappies.
100. 50. 30. 20. Retard.
Swear that landing was nowhere near as bad as that looked. Anyway, reverse green. Spoilers are deployed. Decel. Reverse is off. Where's my taxiway?
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety
Now,
related
I've got a
duties.
replay set for that, so
We
let's
ask that you
check
remain
that out when
seated
we get there,
until
shall
the
we?
fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Swear landing this aircraft is nowhere near as straightforward as it used to be. Let's get to the terminal, check out the replay, and we'll see exactly what it looked like. Lille traffic runway 08 vacated. I will be interested to see the replay because I know many people are struggling to land this aircraft following the let's not go on the grass. Following the update a few weeks ago, and I do feel like I have to flare a lot more aggressively than I used to. But then you risk the float, don't you? At least the scenery didn't crash. Peter said he was just about to yell at me. Why was that? Right, I've got no idea where we're parking. I'm just going to pick a spot and then I want to check out that replay. I'm going to go for the easy option. First taxiway and parking spot we can find. Well, there's lots of people outside here on the ground. Very nice.
Traffic, Speedbird 221 is vacated runway 08.
The aircraft, the passengers that are going to try and get on the aircraft just here, however, look to be frozen in time. Oh, Peter, no, I hadn't forgotten. I was just concentrating on where we were going. I was also looking for a stop line to make sure we'd vacated, but I couldn't see one. That might have been me. I might have just missed it. Right, let me come off VATSIM and then we'll have a look at the replay. Let me also just quit self-loading cargo, because otherwise they scream at me more so than they already have. VATSIM, goodbye to anyone who flew alongside us on VATSIM. We're now off that. And let's check out the replay. So, where is the replay? That would be this one here, I think. Is this the one? Yes. Should we put it to daytime as well, so we can have a quick look? There we go. All right, let's see how bad it really was. Sometimes I think FS Realistic makes it look worse as well. We can't blame the wind or anything daft like that, because it was relatively easy conditions to land in. Oh, wow. Bouncy, bouncy. Anyone else want to see that again? Let's just drop this down a little bit. Oh, the grass is in the way. Hang on, hang on. Let's go back up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, honestly, I'm not entirely sure that would have warranted a bounce. It didn't look that harsh to me, I'll be honest. What do we think? They just came back up again, didn't they? That angle might be better. Let's see. Pretty nailed on that centre line for that first touch, and then it just didn't want to stay there, did it? The great thing about this is you can analyse it all day long. For the those asking what the runway, what the replay tool is, it's called Sky Dolly, which is really good. So there, that's the first touchdown. And then, yeah, there's a bit of a bump in the runway, isn't there? It kind of sort of took us off again. Kind of flew over the bump. Really, really interesting. I can play this at half speed as well, I think, so hang on. We can really, really go and analyse this landing. So, there, here we go. We're now playing at sort of a 10% speed here. That might be a bit too small. Could it be due to double scenery? I'm not sure. Here we go. So here's the first touchdown. Just there. I'm not going to complain about that, to be honest with you. And then we can just see there's a bump coming here, I think, in a second. And it just didn't want to be planted on the ground. We can go back in and have a look at the... yeah, we're now airborne again, look. We're completely airborne. There's the bump, and then the runway starts to drop away now. So we're even more airborne than we were before. Look at that. Second landing was spot on. If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it twice. Hey Tom, yeah, I've seen that, and I have read that, so I know I'm definitely not on my own. Let's just have a look as we touch down then. So I'm just speed that back up a little bit. As we touch down in a second, I'm going to just there. We've touched down. Right, main landing gear touches down first. Let's jump inside, and there's the pitch angle at that point. Might have been a bit too high, to be honest with you. We may have flared a bit too much, given ourselves a tad too much angle of attack that just allowed the aircraft to take off again, you know. Because you don't need to flare that much. And now we are completely airborne again. The runway is about to drop away from us. And then second time round, just go back ever so slightly. Check check the second touchdown. There. Now that looks like a better angle, doesn't it? And what are we at now? Yeah, look at that. That's well, that's about 2.53 degrees, isn't it? Maybe the overflare is what's causing that issue. Well, I think we've aircraft investigation the hell out of this landing, but the fact we can do it is amazing. Well, there we go. Now, of course, the alternate, if you don't flare enough, just to arrest that rate of descent, well, then you're going to slam in and make everybody shout and scream in the back. Yeah, Christian, of course, if we had a gust that was coming on, because it was almost a headwind over the wings as well as we touched down, you get that gust, so that you've got that little bit of extra lift being given to you. Yeah, Captain O, she definitely wanted to keep flying. Right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the little aircraft investigation ending to the stream, I'm going to leave you with a passenger view, so at least we could see what they saw. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the stream this evening. Big thank you to all of you who have donated and contributed towards the channel this evening, and those new members come along as well. I'm going to leave you with this landing. Just check that we're actually showing that at the right speed now, and yeah, we are. So thanks so much, everyone. It's been great fun. Looking forward to the next one, where we will once again try and get the bird down safely without any overflare and extra lift. Second bounce, really difficult, but lots of pilots saying that this is exactly as it should be. So maybe it's just become harder because it's now more realistic. Have a great Tuesday night, everyone, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to let you watch this in peace. Huge thank you to all the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members for your continued support, and to Dark Fury for a very late super chat, 5 out of 10 for that landing. Thanks, Dark. I wouldn't have even given it that much. Really kind of you, Dark. Thanks so much, guys. See you all again very soon. Bye bye.